Hey, hello everyone, Sean Simons, PPG Grandpa. Welcome to this bonus episode where Shane is over at a fly-in. He doesn't have the best reception right now, and Flying Flamingo Jade is going to be trying to host it. So we're going to get you in past all the beginning garble that was difficult to understand and listen to Will Fly PPG as he's talking about his new Moster 185 and how it does not interfere with the ICOM airband radio. Have a wonderful day and thank you for listening.
I just came back from my second flight on the Moster and loving it.
Yeah, how is that working out? How do you like it?
Absolutely awesome. And I do have some news to report. Remember last night we were talking about radio interference?
Yes.
Didn't have any at all. No static, no nothing. Now this is on the ICOM, the aviation radio. I don't know about the Baofeng 2 meter. But yeah, remarkable difference. So maybe it has something to do with the Atom 80.
Well, I have the ICOM too, and I don't have any interference, and it's actually things are very clear. You know, it does sound like they talk through a McDonald's drive-through sometimes, but that all depends on the pilot also, because some of them come in crystal clear, is what I've noticed. I can't guarantee that it's the pilot, but also that's flying the plane is clear or not. But also somebody told me that you can get a filter that actually clamps over the cable, and that will eliminate some of that noise. And for the spark plugs and stuff, I think Brian, you were dealing with that a little bit until you replaced that plug with a resistor plug. But I know you can get filters for your lines that supposedly fix it. I don't know firsthand though.
Well, I mean, rarely are you in a situation where you can swap out motors to do a test to see if it's actually the motor that's causing the problem or the frame or whatever. But the only thing, the radio hasn't changed. Nothing about my setup has changed except for my motor.
The same frame too?
No, different frame. And that, so yeah, the frame, the paramotor, I mean, so the whole thing. So new frame, new motor. It's got to be the motor, though. I'm thinking, unless it's some kind of grounding thing, I guess that they do to the frame. You're the electrical. Aren't you an electrical engineer, Brian? Or
mechanical? And I wasn't having so much noise issues with the ICOM aviation radio as much as I was having clarity issues hearing other pilots. My father, I was able to hear pretty clearly. You know, when you know somebody, you talk to them daily, it's easier to understand under those circumstances. But yeah, the main thing for me was popping noise while receiving a little bit. And when I didn't have the resistor type plug in, it was absolutely horrible. But I think that my older model, the A6 versus the A16, radio that actually has like a 6 to 7 inch long antenna mounted off the top of it. You know, that might be part of it. I don't know. I know the newer models don't have that big antenna sticking off of it, and they're Bluetooth ready as well. So I've been thinking about upgrading.
Well, it used to be that I had to set the squelch to the max, and it would still bleed through. As soon as I gave it any power, you know, whatsoever on the Atom 80, it would bleed through, and it's just that constant static. But I'm not having that issue now. So for what that's worth.
Yeah, I found that they go into very low RPM when you want to transmit and communicate with somebody also helps for background noise and noise interference.
Yeah, you got to lose 400 feet every time you want to tell somebody something.
Other than that, let's see who's in the chat. We have, of course, Shane's wife, Krista. She's actually hosting it tonight because her husband, Shane, is in Ohio trying to get an early start on the fly-in. I swear some people just can get away from work that long. Must be nice.
It's ridiculous.
Anyways, and then out there with him is Mark McElroy, which is actually sponsoring the show, and I think he's giving everybody shirts or something. Maybe not.
Thank you, Mark.
Then we have, let's see, Brian Waller, Jade, and we have Will Will's here. Will was just talking about his new motor. So his new setup, actually. I know, Will, you're going to the fly-in this weekend. Let's see. I know, of course, Shane and Mark are going. Who else is going? Jade's going.
Jade's going.
Jade's going. I'm going. And Cupcake Krista she's actually going to be flown into the fly-in because she is somebody.
Well, she's in San Francisco now, isn't she?
Yes, that's the Golden Gate Bridge right there.
The
Yeah.
long flight.
So that's pretty awesome. And then in the chat we have, let's see, who is Mike Rockwell. Hello, buddy. Let's see, JR's there. John Wayne. And Walter. Walter's there. I wonder. Oh, Nick's there. I don't see Linda in there. I'm surprised. Usually she's there tonight.
Which Nick is that?
The other Nick.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, what happened to him last night? I wanted to hear his story. I guess
I
we
don't know,
never
just
got
all of a
around
sudden
to it.
disappeared.
He joined the Will Fly Water Drag Wipeout Club.
Yeah. I wanted to hear his story.
Isn't that called the Wet Willie Club?
Oh,
I don't know. It's a good
Luis
question.
and Randy are also in the chat. They were out at Moonshiners.
Heck yeah. Got to meet them.
They were very, very nice. I enjoyed talking with them. Luis, I got to tell you, I put a new frame on my trike, and I still have my bell on the trike, just to let you know. It's still there. It's kept both Jade and I safe. So that's pretty cool. You're going to start a new trend. I think you need to go purchase a lot of those and sell them to all the trike flyers. I think that's going to be a hot commodity. So
I still want, like they do on pickup trucks and stuff. They got a little pair of, dangling. I think that would be hilarious, man.
a pair of what, Will?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
I think it would be funny.
I think my phone was breaking up. What did Will say?
No, I think you got it. I think you got it, Mark, didn't you? Yeah, I can tell by your smile.
Yeah, I got it. I appreciated it.
You got your dad there? Introduce your dad.
Yeah, sorry. This is my dad, Rick, and he'll be at Dave Purden's with us. Right now, we're up here visiting lovely Krista's family, and then we're going to leave here with Shane and go over to Dave Purden's.
Hey, I got a message for Rick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is he.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm blessed.
Like I
No,
always
Rick, you
tell him,
are. You
that
have a
was-
very good son. I think everybody in this community is pretty awesome.
I think maybe he should go back and see if he could get a refund for that 12 years of private education.
Exactly. We just didn't want to discuss that on live air. So, and Brian, you're done with fly-ins for the year?
Well, I would say that I'm not having any on my schedule at the moment. There's a couple coming up, Endless Foot Drag, Dave Purden's. I'm not going to be there. So I wish I was, but can't be everywhere, fortunately.
Now, do you have smaller ones just for locals around your area and down there in that's Alabama?
The closest fly-in at this point to my house that I know of is a real small one they held in southern Georgia recently called Fat Apples. And yeah, that's only 2 hours away from me. But no, I wish. I want to. I've had some interest in a lot of people about coming here and having a small private one. And I know some local airports that I was thinking about reaching out to that can host a lot more people. Probably something the size of like Johnson County Moonshiners.
Yeah. That would be fun too. You should do something like that.
Hey, Nick in the chat has a question, and he's asking, does a touching girl count as 2 flights or 1?
We've debated this a lot of past shows.
Not touching girls. No.
I guess I'm confused. Can somebody educate me?
Read his question. Does a touching girl count as 2 flights or 1? He corrected it to touch and go. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Okay.
I just thought it was kind of funny. A touching girl.
Okay, that is a little better.
Giving you a hard time, the other Nick.
So when I was doing training, a touch and go was 2 flights. That was considered 2 of our 25 flights that we did.
Me too.
Hey, that's pretty cool, Jay. You just did a survey in the chat. I didn't know we could do that.
That is cool.
I was like, why is this thing not disappearing? It's in my way. I can't read what I want
I
to
didn't
read.
either. I just figured it out.
And then finally I just voted, and I figured it out.
42% are going.
I see Angela's in the chat. Angela, how are you doing tonight? Where's Tony? Is he still working? JR, anytime you leave the ground is a flight. I agree.
Yeah, we talked about it, and during training, the general consensus was if you were during training under instructors' guidance, that a touch and go counts as a launch and landing. But once you get out of school, you got to lay the wing down. Every time you lay the wing down, that counts as a flight. So I mean, everybody's got their own opinion.
Yes. Brian, when you went to aviator, what did they require you for flights to be done?
Well, there was no real requirement other than the fact that they wanted you to really get that 25 flights in so that you get your PPG 2 rating before you left.
Okay.
You know, if not, you would have to, get your rest of your flights in, either come back and get them or take them later and then take the test and get your rating. But the goal was for every student to leave there with their 2 rating.
Okay. Is that, do you think that that's in the syllabus, the 25 flights? Is that what it is? Because that was the same with our school.
Yeah, it's a requirement. And I've heard they've been thinking about changing it to like 45 or 50.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything official about it being done yet. So it's basically a requirement to get your 2 rating.
Okay. I did not know that. Yeah, I knew that that's what we had to do just to get our 2. I didn't know that that was a part of that syllabus they work with.
Yeah, I heard that too. I thought that was already implemented as far as the going from 25 to 50 flights.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, it's been almost 2 years since I went to school. Thanksgiving will be 2 years. So I don't know. I just met another aviator class in Jersey Shore, but I didn't think to ask them how many flights they had to have. I know I talked to quite a few of them, and besides the one guy that had an injury, most of them were in their double digits.
Kind of easy to do there, isn't it?
No, this was in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
It's a small grass strip, small plant place basically in between some mountains. It's still a pretty ideal location, but it's not Lake Wales.
Now, is that going to raise the price of people doing schools?
It's a good question.
I mean, if you're there doing 40 or 50 flights compared to 25, that does take time.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like you'd be hearing some chat about curriculum changes and that kind of thing if that got implemented. I don't know that it has been. Will seems like he's probably looking it up in the background right now as we speak. But
No, I'm not. You talking about the increase?
yeah,
I just
I
recently
mean,
read something about that, so I don't know.
yeah. And I can't remember. It was somebody on a show that was being hosted. It was, somebody we had, everybody had heard of, like Jeff Goen or somebody else that was talking about it too. So recently.
I don't
yeah,
think it's a totally bad idea. For Jade and I, we had to fly or drive 3 hours to go to our school. And, you're always working with weather and you're always working with, the schedule that the instructor has. So for us, we were pretty much Saturday and Sunday pilots, trying to get as much in as possible. I mean, I think we'd probably still be in school if we had to do 50 flights. Weather in Wisconsin sometimes doesn't cooperate.
Weather's going to be an issue everywhere. When I very first signed up for aviators class, it was a 6-month wait. And basically, it was a 10-day class at that time. Right before my class started, they extended that to 14 days. And the reason was they were having too many classes come through that had 1 or 2 weather delays or something like that. People just weren't getting enough flights to get in their 25. So they were trying to give people more time. And still today, it's a 2-week class. So, I mean, if you up that number, something's got to give. I mean, these people that are trying to train on the weekends and stuff, just getting to 25 flights is very challenging.
Yeah, that was challenging, but it was a lot of fun.
So, and you're talking about the rating, you're talking about the PPG 2, Brian?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's still 25. I'm looking on the syllabus here.
Yeah, I think there'd be a lot of chatter. I mean, right now, I think it's just people talking about it. But if they had actually changed it, anybody that's a member would probably get a notification.
Yeah, well, now down at Lake Wales, that really isn't uncommon, right? For someone to leave with, 40, 50 flights, right? Because of
No, it's not. Usually there's 2 or 3 young bucks in the class that are always duking it out to see who can get the most flights in. And by week 2, they're basically on their own. They're flying B-rated wings, and the instructors are just holler at me if you need me kind of deal. And they end up with 60 or 70 flights. I think the record holds at something like 120 flights. Some young guy got in 2 weeks. And I left with 28. And man, I was happy to have that.
Nice.
Angela has a question in the chat. Do any of you inspire to become instructors?
I do. Yeah, I mean, I do. I got to get my PPG 3 rating, and I think an instructor rating for me is something I want in my future. I like sharing with the sport. I have no intention of becoming, like, trying to, start a school and make a lot of money off of it. But if I want to be helping people out, I want to be educated.
What about you, Will?
If I did it, it would solely be to become a better pilot, not to instruct. I don't have any desire to, make it a career or anything. So, I mean, I've already gone down that path with general aviation, but hey, the teacher learns the lesson the best is what they say. So I would imagine you could learn a lot working with other people.
Yeah. So actually, Jade and I have reached out to One Up down in Florida and have talked to them about getting our tandem. So in order for that, we have to do PPG 3 and instructors, and then we can get our tandem. And it looks like right now we are shooting for spring break of 22. to get all that taken care of. We're actually going to fly down to Florida and try to take that class during that time. We looked at doing it in the summertime, but they are booked. They do all their beginner PPG people then. So they're trying to get those through the door in the summertime. And then for us, it would be the only easy time for us because of Jade's schedule would be spring break. So we're looking towards the end of March, beginning of April. Not that we're going to teach, we just want to do the tandem thing. Kind of like Brian, I'm very geared towards safety, and I need a lot more. I need more hours under my belt to teach or to take up tandems. I want to get better before, I start introducing this sport to other people.
Yeah, then that's exactly how I feel about it. I mean, not the tandem part, but it's bound to make you a safer pilot. Something that came to mind, Brian, Carolina PPG, Brooke Sheffield, they're putting on training. I think it's October, like a 2-week something or other. So that'd probably be right up your alley there. I know they're going. I want to say they're going all the way up to PPG 3. So,
yeah, I've already talked to Brooke about PPG 3, and that's definitely in the works. The instructor, getting my instructor rating for me is not really to instruct people, but I find myself helping people fly-ins. Some people have come to me for help a lot, and I hate it when I have to tell them, I'm not an instructor, but it'd be nice to be able to say, yeah, I'm an instructor. What you need?
mm-hmm.
And and like you said, it's to me, it's not really about getting other people in the air. I'll probably point them towards a structured school if somebody really needs training. But the more the better a pilot you're going to be. And to me, if I can be good enough to be an instructor, I should be a better pilot. And the tandem rating obviously comes in there because sometimes you're just going to want to give somebody a ride that's interested in the sport. And you're not trying to teach them to fly. So I think that'd be cool to do too at some point.
Yeah.
So I would like to know Krista's take on this. Krista, when are you going to get your instructor's rating?
Great question. Never.
That was pretty easy to answer.
Thank you.
You bet.
Great job, Krista. So, well, man, so looking at the poll, it looks like 44% are going and 56% are not. That's pretty good, man. Deweese, I thought, weren't they going? Yeah, Krista.
Yeah, Jade said they're thinking about going to the endless foot drag.
I would go to endless foot drag if it weren't so far out west. I mean, that's too far of a drive.
How far of a drive is that for you?
I don't know, but it's Kansas, right? So
Yes.
yeah. Well, even when you get in Kansas, it's a far drive, 500 miles of nothingness. But I could imagine that would be awesome to fly out there. And what's the other one? The circus? What now?
Flying circus. I think that's
Flying circus.
out west in Arizona or somewhere, isn't it?
Isn't that right after EFD?
I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm
already kind of planning my next September, go hit all these different things, man. Hey, I'm curious. Is there maybe a Kitty Hawk video coming in the future?
Hey, I lost all the footage that I had. And I didn't get much because my GoPro died. So, yeah.
Well, damn it, man. You recognize this guy in my background here, don't you?
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. I recognize the Paralyze shirt that I had to buy.
that you had to buy. Oh, he's rubbing. I think we lost Mark.
That was so cool right there. I mean, it's like a little thing, but when most parks, when they have something like that, it's behind like red velvet ropes and you can't get close to it and you can't touch it. But man, you climb all over that thing and have fun and pretend you're like, I thoroughly enjoyed walking around the park there.
Hey, when we left, we stopped there. We removed the red velvet rope. Did Jade not put it back? You guys weren't climbing on that, were you?
Yeah. Surprised we didn't get arrested. Right. But how cool was that?
It was awesome. That first afternoon, I was flying it by myself, and I was totally looking out for people. I was like, all right, I'm told I can fly over this. Just don't fly over people. And I see those statues standing out there. So I diverted, kind of went around. I was like, wait a minute, those are statues. But no, that was pretty cool. I really wish I would have got to tour it with y'all before I flew it. Because, I had to cut out a lot of video. I got almost all my facts wrong. And but anyway, it is what it is, man. That was a really cool trip to experience with y'all.
Well, yeah. So if you want to donate some video, I'll see what I can do.
Hey, so if you lost your video, because I lost my video too, we're just going to have to do it again.
All right, man. How about next weekend?
Yeah, maybe not that soon.
Yeah, right after Purdon.
Yeah, we're going to be going to endless foot drag, I think. So, and it's, what was that, 10, 11, 12-hour drive? That one's going to kind of suck because it's on a no extended weekend. So we're going to have to leave Friday night and be home Sunday night.
What? Extended weekend? It's Labor Day this weekend.
No, I'm talking about endless foot drag.
Oh.
That's just the regular weekend. It's going to be this weekend it's only a 10-hour drive for us. And we'll be able to leave on Monday morning and get home Monday night. So
wait, say that again.
Mary is telling you to smile. Oh, whoops, I'm not muted.
What was that about? You're going to leave Monday? What now? Oh, you're going to leave the fly-in Monday.
Correct.
Okay.
No, I'm leaving Wisconsin Monday to meet out there in Ohio for lunch, and then I'm driving home Monday night.
Good. Just so long as you make it, man.
As long as you bring lunch, we're good. Aaron I says, endless foot drag is only 5 hours for him. Must be nice. I don't even make it out of Wisconsin in 5 hours. And if you thought Kansas is flat and boring, welcome to Wisconsin.
Really?
What? It can't be worse, man. I've driven across Kansas a couple times, and it's 420 miles of flat nothing.
With real tumbleweeds going across the road.
Okay, really? That might be more boring.
Yes.
We have trees. And if you've seen one pine tree, you've seen them all.
Next gas station, 322 miles.
The federal government mandates that they put little humps in the interstate like every 8 or 10 miles. Is to distract the drivers. Otherwise, people will just fall asleep, man.
And they never find them out there either. Oh, yeah, that's all I remember. One time I had the crazy idea. I left the mountains in North Carolina and I just started driving, me and my little dog. And the idea was to go to, always wanted to see Denver, Colorado. And I got all the way across freaking Kansas and got right into Colorado. And I realized at that point that every mile that I drove that way, I was going to have to drive back. I freaking turned around and I came home. I never did make it to Denver. I got that close. So
no, you still had over 100 miles to go, man.
Yeah, but I know, but think about it. Okay. I just had 500 miles of nothingness and got right inside of Colorado, turned right back around and another 500 miles.
Hey, could you imagine trying to launch in Colorado with no wind? I mean, you're twice the elevation than you were at Moonshiners.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can imagine it yet, but that was the primary reason I initially bought the Moster 185 over to Adam 80. I don't believe it. They said I was borderline. I could go either way. And, people heavier than when I was at the time flew the Adam 80, but I definitely needed the Moster 185. And if you're going to take off at that kind of altitude, you got to have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
JP wants to know on the poll that Jade put up, it says going to Ohio this weekend. JP wants to know how to answer that because he lives in Ohio. So.
Well, that's true. Going to Ohio, that's what the poll says. You got to answer it. Honestly, JP, that's the question.
And Angela said, Wisconsin is beautiful. What are you talking about? Angela, I don't live in the city. You lived in the city. When you left the city, it was probably beautiful.
When we have lakes and stuff, Eric.
There's lakes. We live on. I mean, it's water.
I know, but it's green, right?
Not the lake. It's clear. What kind of lakes do you look at?
It's not algae ridden.
It's not algae bloom. No, there's trees and lakes, and I guess if you like that, that's awesome. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just that when we leave, we see more trees and lakes, and then we go to the city.
I don't remember seeing a tree in Kansas.
That's why I said
Kansas. Sure, they're there, but I just don't remember that about it.
Might have a speed.
Maybe they're potted plants. I don't know. Anyone in the chat live in Kansas? Kind of.
I hope not. Aaron flew the Atom at 210 pounds. It's a long and slow takeoff climb out.
Yeah.
At what altitude? I'm wondering. I mean, at sea level? Probably not at Denver, Mile High City.
Yeah.
We were talking about your infamous climb to a mile high tonight around the dinner table, Will.
Oh, were you? 4,900 feet?
Yeah. I was like, one of my good friends, he finally upgraded, got the big engine, and he takes off like a rocket now.
Shane, I'm coming for you, brother. I am coming for you.
Wouldn't that be funny? Just you see Will just take off and just fly right by him.
Oh, I get what.
So what, you just get an oversized wing, pull the trims all the way in, and you go basically straight up.
Man, have you ever seen Nick Griffith take off? He's kind of a shorter dude, and doesn't weigh hardly anything. And man, he just freaking takes off like straight up. It's incredible. But I guess if you got the power, you can do that. And man, oh man. I wish I would have done that a long time ago. Really. I was ignoring JP's comment, something about aviation. So I won't read that.
He did say that it was the birthplace.
Well, he and one other person says that, and I haven't met the other person yet, but I hear they exist. So I don't know.
Pull it up and I'll say it if you want.
Jesus got it.
Okay.
John Wayne's been all over the place. It looks like he's lived in Kansas.
And he has an Atom 80, and he just, I think, upgraded, or he just got a Moster. I wanted him to chime in. What's his experience?
Yeah, when I saw it, it was on a trike. I got video of it. He was breaking it in, driving it around in Moonshiners.
Yeah, I think he said, though, he didn't fly it yet. Where was that?
I think he was still getting it set up. I don't know if he even did a weight test on it by the Moonshiners, but
David,
yeah,
welcome to the house. Hey, David.
Yeah, read that.
Selling a prop for an Atom 80.
What now?
Mr. Wolf selling
doing a
a
fundraiser.
like new prop that he had on an Atom 80 for $200.
or best
Okay,
offer.
Jade has something to say. I got to go to mute.
OBO. Yeah.
All right. So as you guys all know, that Eric and I are helping Shane out because he's in Ohio and he doesn't have really good internet. So Shane just sent me a message and he's got a request from David Wolf to make an announcement tonight. Someone is donating a 28-meter ozone spider at the fly-in. All proceeds are going to the little girl and her family that we raised money for at Bad Apples Fly-In. She is fighting for her life. Raffle tickets will be $25 for one and $50 for three. And David will be handing out flyers at the fly-in with some other people with more information. This is your Tuesday night hangout announcement.
Right on. That's very nice. I guess is it a anonymous donor?
He didn't give us the name of the donor, so yeah.
Okay, and what was that wing again, Jade?
28-meter spider.
28 spider.
8-meter ozone spider.
Now you can mark Jade and I down for a few of them tickets.
That's a nice wing. I got a 26-meter spider 3.
PPG Paralife is going to buy 10 of those tickets I saw in the chat.
I will buy a bunch of those tickets, number one, and we'll figure out how I can put some shirts in with it and decals, just like Jade Lear is gonna do.
Giving away shirts left and right.
Oh, Mark.
Real nice.
Wait until at least I get the vinyl to the house.
Number one, I'm not worried about you get shirts like I'm gonna do. And also, when I get there, the first thing I'm gonna do is give Will whatever shirt he chooses and the sticker, and then we're gonna go on from there. And Brian Waller, I know you want a light blue one, and you're gonna pay for it.
I already know what shirt I want, Mark. I want the shirt off your back. That's the one that I want, man.
That's
All right, deal, you got it. Right now it's a red one, but that's what you got.
It's
Okay.
sweaty. It's gonna have orange juice and vodka spilled on it, and
I'll never wash it, man. I'll wear it just like that.
Luis wants to know if you can purchase tickets if you don't go to the fly-in.
We'll work on that now.
And David just said that Darian and Carrie Fields are donating the glider. And he's also going to throw in some prizes in the raffle as well.
That's really nice.
Awesome.
And also if I need to, either I or Eric Lear would be happy to pay for your tickets if you can't do it. And we'll pay for your tickets in person and go from there.
Wait a minute. Who are we talking about?
Luis.
I don't know
Louise.
about this one.
Oh, okay.
Luis, I think that if that's what it comes down to, we can get you some tickets and tell you, write your name on them and stuff, and then go from there.
Cool.
But I think Jade can throw in a shirt and a sticker.
Can you, Jake?
Thank you, Jade. Was that
Hey, you're
100
welcome.
shirts and how many stickers?
I got a couple shirts done. Hopefully the vinyl comes before we leave Friday.
Show them
Make
the
some
shirt
more.
you did. They all haven't seen that one.
All
The
right,
one
hang
you
on.
just finished.
Yeah, she's got a new logo going on there in the background. That looks really cool. Was that your idea, Eric?
No, I helped her out on it.
So we worked both on this, kind of trying to design a new logo. And this is the back. And then the front.
Nice.
New logo. And
Yeah.
it doesn't say anything else underneath it.
Yeah, we can fix that.
Very funny.
Yeah, well, I have a collector edition I'm holding on to personally.
Yeah, I do too.
I was going to say those shirts are going to be worth a mint someday. Just
Yeah.
wait.
Dang right.
So them things
Hey,
on-
can I get you to sign it at the next fly-in I see you at? That's awesome.
Yeah. See, we paid what, $20 for those? She'd probably pay $60 each to get them back. Make some money on that deal.
I just saw her nod. Yep. Oh man, priceless.
If I wasn't so mad and I walked away pissed off at myself and Eric selling them to you guys, I would have sold them to you for $75 when I came back and found out how bad you really wanted them.
Oh, you had to know there was desire there for those shirts.
DP's in the chat. He says, "Is the missing word yes?" No,
No,
the
it's too
missing
many
word is not
words.
yes. I think DP knows. He was there, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, DP knows how to ride a Segway now. I do have some footage of that. He did.
Really?
Yeah, man. He got on the Segway and very first try, boom. And he did it on pavement too. I'm like, yeah, you sure you want to do it on pavement? But he did it. And yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was too. I didn't do it. The first time I got on the Segway, I had to like stay next to something, because I would continually go back and forth. I just couldn't get, the hang of it. But I mean, it took like 5 or 10 minutes to get used to after that. But man, he hopped on it and he went.
I'm about to see if I got a video clip of my buddy Eric Snyder. He trained with Leanne Trout, at Aviator. He is 7 feet tall and he has a prosthetic leg, foot launcher. And he makes it look so easy. It takes like 3 steps. He's in the air because he's so tall. But he rode my one wheel a couple weeks ago when I was hanging out. So, hey man, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, so are you saying that he got on it and the first time he did it? I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was actually the first time, but it was one of his very first times getting on one, and he was successful at it. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I got some video here. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, JP says it's harder than it looks even with 2 limbs. Yes, it is. And I still can't, I haven't figured out the one wheel thing. I'm reading the chat. Angela wants to know if you got the new colors, Mark.
Oh. He did.
So yes is the answer to that, Angela.
Yes.
And
Brian may remember what all colors they are, but I'm not sure.
What's that about the colors?
I
Mark's new shirt colors.
The one I saw him holding up was a, I guess, kind of not royal blue, but a little bit lighter. It was definitely the blue with white lettering that I like.
Yeah, JP says he'll give me a one wheel lesson this weekend. I don't know if I can trust that guy. I'm worried. Yeah, I'll take you up on that, JP. Yeah, see how that goes. Brian, you've given me some lessons on the one wheel.
Only, with a chair, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a lot easier to, hey, the flip flops make it a lot easier on the chair,
Yep.
or the smooth soled shoes.
Yeah. Next time y'all see me with the chair to fly in, I'm going to have some special flip flops with a plate of Delrin plastic glued to the bottom of the soles. Going to be kind of like my skid plates.
Mm-hmm.
I might get some with some magnesium sticks that I can take off too, so I can make, the flames or sparks going down the runway. That was pretty awesome with the guy with the air motor doing it.
Yeah. Was that the first time you saw that?
No, but it's still cool every time I see it.
That's the first time I'd ever seen it. I mean, it was totally cool. I hope it doesn't damage the pavement. I wonder about that.
Nah, man. I was an asphalt engineer. I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay. So, because I got a couple of pieces of titanium from a little incident that I had, and that's what they're using, right? Something titanium.
I don't know. I mean, as much pressure as they're putting, you'd have to hit the same area over and over and over before you wore a groove or anything like that. But
I mean, what are they using to make the sparks? What kind of metal?
I heard titanium would do that. I don't know for sure, but I figured it would be something more like a flint starter stick that you would get like at a camping section. I could be wrong, which is magnesium based.
Interesting.
Just break a piece of your paramotor off and go out to the asphalt, strike it really hard and find out.
Yeah. That's why you need two paramotors. One for parts. So about the fly-in that's coming up, Shane, I'm going to be there tomorrow probably, and if you'll have me, that is. But it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, isn't it? I think.
Oh, depends on how much I drink, whether or not I have you or not. But
well, that's the plan, anyways. But
yes, sir.
I didn't catch that.
I have the couch is really comfortable, or I pull the air mattress. So you have a place to stay, yes.
Dude, I'll be happy just to have a place to park my car. So my car.
And if you don't trust Shane, which I don't blame you if you don't, but if you don't trust him, you're welcome to sleep on our dinette.
Where's your dad sleeping?
We share the bed. Just saying.
You can take your dad out.
Who's the little spoon and who's the big spoon?
Well, I'm not the big spoon, I can tell you that.
There's plenty of room in the house. Don't worry about it.
All right, listen, Brian, you're just gonna have to go ahead and load Red up and come on.
I know, man. I know.
It's like missing family time.
And we're being asked by the police.
Sweet Jesus, turn that light back the other way. Oh, that's better.
That's more better.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna miss y'all too, man. I really wish I could pack up, come up there, and hit that too, for sure. If I could have planned it maybe a little bit better, maybe I'd have hit it on the way to Colorado. But it is what it is, man.
Hey, you just went on a big circuit.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, hey, I'm not saying I'm not a lucky person, man. That is for sure. So this is my buddy Eric Snyder. He's from New Jersey. He's been flying paramotors for about a year. I don't think you can tell from the perspective here, but the dude is literally 7 foot tall.
And was this his first time?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I mean, I can't do that. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it made it look easy, but I mean, obviously, I think he jumps off right here. But it's hard enough to do with 2 legs.
That's incredible.
But, yeah, the guy's skilled though, man. I mean, he's just it's one of those guys that's even though he's got one leg, he's not letting that slow him down. He's just kind of good at whatever he puts his mind to.
Wow. No, seriously, that guy's got some coordination. That's
Pretty
amazing.
cool. That's Derek Trout, one of my buddies. He was in my class. He was the Tucker Got giveaway winner in my class. So, we had a good time. There's no doubt about it.
Right on.
Derek was the one that I sent out a fuel sensor system to that he won on the Clear Prop TV giveaway.
Yeah. I believe I remember him mentioning that. I think he actually won 2 of them.
Okay.
Or I think Leanne won one. He won one. So they use them.
We got 2 still sitting here in boxes. We need to mount up. So we got those from Mark George. And we were hoping he would hook them up at Bad Apples. Didn't happen. Damn it.
That guy was pretty busy.
Yeah, a little bit.
He had his tent set up. He was dealing with a lot of customers, helping them put motors together and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Man, what a good time that was. And you guys are getting ready to do it all again next weekend. It's awesome.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the same without somebody riding around in a chair on a one wheel. I mean, every time I turned around, there was you got around, man.
You know what I thought was funny is you would see a wheel print and then you would see 2 flip-flop marks in the asphalt.
I literally put 100 miles on it at that fly-in, man. It wasn't just me, though, because there's probably 20 or 30 different people that rode that one-wheel chair combo of mine for some of them for a while, too. We put 100 miles on that one wheel. I was literally charging it 2 to 3 times a day, which if you've got a one wheel, you'll know that's a lot.
Let's see. Tony actually asked the question, with all these different altitudes that we have been flying at, how often do we adjust our carburetor? And I can honestly say I have not adjusted my carburetor at all. Mine did very well from Tennessee down to Georgia, back to Wisconsin. So I didn't have to do much tuning at all.
I'm the same way. I probably could have used a tuning at Moonshiners in an adjustment there, but I didn't. I got a question for the Moster 185 owners out there and pool starting. It's got the motor's got like a can't remember what they call it, a flash starter. You know what that is? Anybody? You know how you pull a few times and then release it, and then you can pull just a little bit, and it's got an assist in there that actually makes the starting easier. Are y'all familiar with that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what process do you use basically to activate the flash or to get it in the right position to where, does that make any sense? To where when you do pull it, you're actually making use of the flash starter.
I don't know, when you figure it out, let me know, because I have pulled that thing all the way out one time. Actually, this happens all the time. I'll pull it all the way out and give it my best and realize I didn't even turn the piston over once.
I watched a video on it from, I think it was from Aviator. But anyways, you pull that thing 2 times gently, and then the third time you get it back, you feel the compression there. And on the third one, then you pull it for real. That's how I do it. And usually it fires off that time.
Okay. How far are you pulling it? I mean, like how far out?
I would guess that I'm gently pulling it about 2/3 and then 2/3 again, then come back and you feel the compression and I pull it full.
Okay. Cool deal.
I don't need 2/3. I don't need anything pulled 2/3. Okay.
the assembly, and I think I could
I
probably
don't think
get
yours goes out 2/3.
Hey, Krista, can you help us?
No.
No.
Good luck.
Oh, geez.
So there's two pulleys on those flash pulleys. So basically you have, there's two springs. And so you have a pulley within the outer pulley. You have the outer pulley that the rope goes around. And then there's a spring between it and the inner pulley. And the inner pulley is what engages with your crankshaft. So at Aviator, and you can feel it when you pull on it just a little bit. And my technique is kind of just to pull on a little bit, feel a little pressure. And then when I feel a little bit of pressure further back versus out here, that's when I give it a little pull. But at Aviator, I can't remember if it was Ross or Fletch that showed me this technique that I had never seen before, is where you literally grab it and you go 1, 2, 3. So you make stops on this. You don't make one continuous long stroke. You go 1, 2, 3. And that gives that outer spring time to engage with the inner one and catch up as you're turning the crankshaft. Give it a try the next time.
Then you release it, and then you pull. Because also, are you pulling up? Or are you pulling down?
I pull out, basically straight out.
Okay.
I just had this technique where my indoor gym, cable gym, I practice doing like that, so that I'll have enough strength to re-crank midair. That's not an issue. It's no problem.
Well, it's a difference for me. You know, the Parajet, the pullers up, the pull straps up here, so you can pull down, but I don't have the muscles developed yet to pull up.
Oh no! Do you not have the pulley on your Moster 185 that takes it up higher?
Yeah. Well, and I'm in the process. I'm going to actually have it raised up just a little bit so that I can pull a little bit more down. But
I'm not sure. I'm on the Parajet frame. You're on a different frame, right?
I am, but my old one with the Atom 80, that's the Parajet Maverick.
Okay.
So, well, just
if you raise that pulley up, that's going to help you when you're pulling down on it. That'll help you. So when I'm sitting in the trike and I have I had the Maverick in there, it was a big difference. You could actually start it with one hand with the Maverick on the trike, but when I put the Maverick on my back, I have to use both hands to start that thing.
Okay.
So you raise that pulley up, it's going to help. But remember, if you raise that pulley up, you may have to extend your string a little bit if you can. A lot of times they'll tie it in a knot, they'll cut it, and that's where it's set.
Yeah, you don't want to string it,
overextend.
You say that again, Brian?
I don't know. Shane and Rick and the Paralife team over there is making way too much noise.
Yeah, we're trying to conduct business here, guys.
We're trying to run a show.
They're muted now. All I was going to say is, Will, you definitely never want it to the point where you pull it and then you're out of rope and you're basically putting tension on that. You always want to make sure you got an extra loop or two going around that pulley when you're at the end of your pull stroke, however long your arms are.
Okay. Yeah, I did think about that because raising it up is going to shorten the amount of play.
Just be careful with that. And all you got to do is, if you do hold it, or pull it out to your full extension and take your other hand and go up and make sure that you're not at your rope's end.
At the stop.
But you should have, like Brian said, a wrap or two, that you could use. So.
Yeah. Right on. Well, thank you. Kyle Mooney said, DP said, Kyle Mooney just showed me to pull slow all the way. You feel like 3 clicks and do it about 2 or 3 times, then pull lightly until it halts. Then you crank from there. That kind of sounds like what Brian was saying too.
Yeah.
The 1, 2, 3. So that's interesting. Hey,
I don't know. Shane has a video when he was had his engine out. he was cranking like crazy, rocking back and forth in that thing, trying to get that started
Yeah, in the air.
in the air.
Yeah, yeah. I can see why people are starting their motors not on their back for their warm up. I can see why that's happening. I suspect.
The appeal is obviously there. It's easy, you know, and 99% of the time it doesn't bite you in the butt. It sounds like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but there's that percentage that it does.
Yep. Yep. Well, it's a new motor, so there's new stuff to learn, I'm sure.
What did the Adam 80 not have that spring start, that spring assist?
Yeah, I think it does. I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. It's not, I still have to use two hands to pull it. Once I did it, you know, with one hand, but it's never was really an issue. I guess they've got the spring assist because the motor's harder to crank or harder to pull. I don't know with the Moster. So my answer is I'm not entirely sure about the Atom, but the pulling it wasn't an issue. And actually, with the Moster, when I pull the tension, I mean, doesn't feel like it's very difficult to pull. I mean, it pulls easily. So I just got to get it down. I got to get the steps down right. Over.
Get electric start.
Over.
Apparently they have their own problems though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. There's no such thing as a perfect paramotor anything yet. Not perfect. We're getting there, right?
That's just one of the many problems an electric paramotor could potentially solve. But you know, they're just not there with the battery technology. So we can talk about that all day long.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now, are those going to be quieter?
Oh yeah, the Atom.
Well,
Yeah,
just electric, because you're still going to hear the prop beat in the air.
Oh, you're talking about electric.
Yes.
Man, I don't know.
There's a difference, but you know, generally the prop I think makes most of the noise. So you know, the engine is obviously part of the background noise. A motor doesn't make much noise, but the prop is where it's at. I used to do sound testing. It's one of my jobs as an engineer. We travel around the country testing highways to see how loud they were. And after 35 miles an hour, you know, you have all kinds of different vehicles, different drivetrain noises. Some of these trucks have these loud exhaust systems. But generally after 35 miles an hour, tire to surface interface noise overtakes all other noise sources from a vehicle. It's kind of the same principle with a paramotor. So you have different frequency levels that are heard better. You know, you put a decimal meter on it, you're going to notice a little difference, but you're not going to notice a lot. Most the average person, electric paramotor flying over and a gasoline one are both going to be noisy. And basically noise by definition is unwanted sound. So you're going to hear them, either one.
Yeah.
John Wayne says that the Atom doesn't have the spring assist because it doesn't need it. So, and I agree. Whatever it has, it doesn't need. It works well, you know. So here's
I have a straight rope on my Polani. Always starts by the 40th or 50th pull every time.
Hey, can you add electric start to a motor? To the Moster? Can you, if it's come with it?
I was told that it has all the millings for the bolts and everything, but there's certain things that you need, like the gear, a special. Hold on, let me get something.
See, because I mean, these are the things that I can understand, you know, the appeal to an electric start now. You know, if it's harder to pull start a Moster or whatever, I mean, to be able to just push a button, but I didn't want to mess with the battery and having to keep up with something else.
Yeah, I know dual start is an option on my Parajet Maverick with my MY19. I just do not have it.
Yeah, I don't either, but I don't know if you could add it.
Yeah, so here's a starter. So that's all that is. And this is the back plate that goes on the back of the starter that hooks into your block, and that holds the starter, the back of the starter in place. And then you need the gear that hooks up to this gear right there. And then you can start it. Now, why do I have mine in my hand? I don't really want to discuss that right now. But I was told that they have a aftermarket one that I'm getting from somebody, and we're going to see how that works.
So yours came with electric start, or you adapted it?
This motor is my new motor for the trike. So this motor doesn't even have 8 hours on it. And my electric start is awesome.
Okay. But did you get the electric start straight from the factory, or did you
Yes.
have manual and then add electric start to it?
No, so this one I ordered from the factory with electric start.
Okay.
My foot launch, I have a pull start. This one was for the trike.
Okay.
And this one fell apart, as I said, in 8 hours. The wire came off the brush. The magnet came out of the housing. So the armor, it was stuck to the armature. It was just, the whole deal was just, I don't know, when we were at Moonshiners, if moisture got in there during that rain storm. Well, we had a rainstorm. I don't know if you remember this. You were in sleeping in the camper.
Well, I was not. I was out.
You and Jade were cuddled on the couch. That was funny. Will's sitting there in the chair under the tarp holding all of his electronics.
Hey, Krista braved the storm to bring me a Diet Coke. What a sweetheart.
I know she did. That was crazy storm.
Oh, you
And then
mean
Brian's
really?
out there. Brian's out there trying to kayak the where all the water went. That was a good time.
Absolutely. I'm looking. I've got video of us under that canopy. I'm looking for it now.
Yeah, we had the same situation at Bad Apples.
We did.
Yeah, almost identical. We didn't have the hail that we had at Moonshiners, but hey.
You want to know what's crazy is we remember that, but we don't remember who made a failed launch.
Yeah, I don't. Who made a failed launch?
Exactly.
Yes, you don't remember.
Technically, you didn't make it if it was failed, right?
That's correct. It's kind of like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Is that a failed launch at Moon?
Nope. Nope.
What was that, Mr. Roboto?
Domo arigato, Mr.
Those are bad apples.
Bad apples.
At Moonshiners or bad apples?
Well,
Bad
either
apples.
one.
Yeah,
Either one, but we remember the rain.
remember the rain. Oh, I remember. I mean, like the creek, and I mean, just there were several things that I will never forget about that flying. You know, that made it special.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up the creek, Will. Sorry.
Hey, I'll tell you what, if I had a Moster, I would have gotten out of that jam. I guarantee it. 91.7% sure. Definitely.
I didn't want to bring up failed launches at Moonshiners, but I'm thinking that Mr. Jade Lear, I'm thinking one was on YouTube.
You know, I think I heard about that.
I had one failed launch. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
You're
and it was a
killing me.
doozy.
Oh yeah. Is this the storm we were talking about?
That is it.
Yeah, can you see the hail? Yeah. Yeah, Brian hiding in his trailer.
It was coming in my door at that angle, though.
Yeah.
I had to come out and join y'all.
Dang. See, I mean, even at the fly-in, something like that, if that happened and you were just kind of hanging out or, you were by yourself, it wouldn't have been as fun. But even that was enjoyable in a weird kind of a way, I mean,
DP standing there with his prosthetic leg in the water.
Yep.
Oh man, that was a lot of fun. I want to do it again already.
Well, you know where we'll be this weekend, man.
DP said in the chat that sucked.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that was a good rainstorm.
John Napper's in the house. Oh. Got the attack wieners on the loose.
Did you like that picture Jade sent you? Well,
Oh yeah. Let me see if I
that
can
was
find
pretty
it.
funny.
Actually, she sent me two. And was that in a text, Jade? I don't
I
remember.
think it was.
Normally, if I get something from Jade, I just delete it without looking at it, but I got lucky on this one, or she got lucky on this one. I opened it by mistake. She doesn't believe that. Okay, so let me give me a sec, I'll share it. Can y'all see it?
I saw it.
Did you see it? Why did it go away?
The grass is greener under my wiener.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. Let's see. And then let's see, there was that one. And grass is greener under my wiener, and it's got a picture of a dachshund with tall grass. And I see if I can get, I have to get the, I guess I have to start over to show you the other one. So you can continue talking while I'm struggling here if you want. Let's see.
Yeah, we went to a winery. We saw that.
You did?
Yeah, it was a local Wisconsin winery. They get their grapes from California, but they make the wine here. So we went over there, something to do. And then we saw that, and we saw the other one that we sent you. So
Y'all go do a little whining.
we did whining.
Whine a little.
Yeah, there's a place called Wisconsin Dells, which they say is the water park of the world. And it's funny because we'll go there when we don't have the kids. That way we don't have them going, can we go to the water parks? Can we go to this? Can we do this? So Jade and I, we go and we have these little Honda 50cc scooters that we go put around, and it's fine to put around in them as long as we don't have oh, there we go.
It's not a party until the wiener comes out. We got a little picture of dachshund there. Yeah, that was cute. Thanks for thinking of me, Jade.
Ozarks is a beautiful place. I think I stayed at Silver Lake State Park there for about 4 or 5 days, right outside, if I remember the name correctly. But yeah, they got some big water parks. Just don't go there expecting to slide down any of the slides with a GoPro, because they're not having that in their water park. But I was a little disappointed in that, because I wanted to get some good footage of the water slides.
Yeah.
I've heard of the Wisconsin Dells, but I don't know anything about it. Is it like a geographical area or a neighborhood or?
It's just where they have a bunch of water parks, a very touristy area. So, we just went down there. We don't really do the touristy thing. We just go there to hang out and putt around, go to some different restaurants than we have here. We have McDonald's. And then we'll like go to the winery, or one time we went to a not a stork. Oh, crane. A crane. Where did you take me? A crane. Something with big birds with wings and long legs. And let me tell you, those things attack.
You're not talking about a flamingo, are you?
It's on, I'm sure it's the same family as a flamingo.
It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Yeah. Will, I think I would compare it kind of to like a bigger Gatlin. You've been to the Gatlinburg, Tennessee area, probably, being where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a touristy trap type town, except it's got big water parks and stuff like that. It's not necessarily like a geological cool place. I mean, they got some small mountains and stuff around. Silver Lake was really cool to hike, but it's a cool place to visit.
And that's northern. Is that like close to you, Eric?
No, it's central. It's about 3 hours south.
Is there a town Montrose near there or something? I don't know. I did a lot of mountain biking back then. They had some pretty good trails in there. No, La Crosse, not Montrose.
Yeah, La Crosse is kind of, I think, northwest a little bit. Yeah,
man, if I knew y'all when I came through your state, I would have loved to come visit y'all then. That was 2 years ago before I got into paramotors.
Well, anybody is welcome to come up here. If you bring a camper, there's a place to park. If you bring yourself, there's a camper outside. No, you could. We got room in the house. So.
Right on, man.
And let's see, Jade's son just caught how big of a fish? 15 inch? A 30-inch fish.
Dang. What kind?
One that swims?
Oh, it gets wet, that kind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know nothing about fish. I know about halibut and king salmon. That's it.
You like to eat fish?
Smoked salmon I'll eat. And then halibut is a good fish. Jade made some like cod or something yesterday. It was baked. It was good. But I'm not a big fish person, no. Jade, what kind of fish was that? Did he caught? She said it was a muskie.
Yeah, I don't know what a muskie is. But a 30-inch fish, that's a big fish. So can you eat it?
Ew, it came out of our lake.
Oh, no, it came out of her leg or her
30-inch muskie is pretty small. They're pulling 50 and 60-inch muskies out of some of the bigger lakes in northern Wisconsin. That's one of the biggest fish.
Muskie, is short for Muskegon pike?
Yes, muskellunge. Okay. And then there's northern pike. We have those in our lake too.
Okay, so I'm thinking pike. That's a different fish than what you're talking about, muskie.
It's a little bit thinner, but they're very aggressive fish too.
A pike is almost long and skinny, isn't it?
Yep, and they got big teeth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and then my parents are listening, so Dad used to throw me in the water to go water skiing, and then he'd go, "Look, there's a muskie," and then I'd have my hands and feet out of the water, screaming. Thanks, Dad.
I will not go in our lake, but I have no problem going to North Carolina and going kiteboarding where there's sharks. I'm not having a little fish nibble on my toes.
I like fishing. I love it. But I do not like taking the fish off the freaking hook. Never like doing that, man. But I enjoy the process of fishing.
We'll fly, we'll fish, we'll not take fish off the hook.
No way, man.
You know, in Wisconsin, there's girls that'll take your fish off your hook.
Oh,
They'll
really?
also, yeah, they'll play with your worm too.
Hook, line, sinker.
Man, I don't think I've ever told anybody that. Opening myself up to you guys, taking advantage of me.
What about being scared to bait your own hook?
No, I'll bait my hook. No problem. It's just I don't like taking the dang fish off the hook. You know?
This is long.
I'm with you, Will.
It's just a catfish you got to worry about, man. They got little pointy things sticking off of them. They'll hurt you.
Hey,
We
Will.
got those here. We
Catfish
got
are fun
them,
to catch. They put up a heck of a freaking fight.
Catfish are everywhere. I catch them in my freshwater streams, creeks, rivers. And I went to the ocean. I caught big catfish in the ocean. They are literally everywhere. And the sailfin catfish you'll catch out of the ocean are poisonous barbs. Let me tell you, if you step on one on the beach, it's going to be a bad day. Especially if it gets stuck in the bottom of your foot. Yes, this is from experience. Yeah, we love fishing, man. Growing up in the country, we fish. We have annual fishing trips. When I went to the ocean and I started catching something bigger than you, I really had fun.
Yeah.
Right off the beach, not out in a big boat, deep water. I'm talking about right off the beach, fishing at 3 foot of water, 6-7 foot bull sharks.
You be standing in the surf or standing in the waves, just casting out from the beach?
Initially, we didn't know what we were doing. We were standing in the shallow surf, casting out as far as we could. Now we have rods and reels we can leave on the beach that have 600 to 1,000 yards of line. We take our kayaks, we put the bait in the back of the kayak and paddle out past the second sandbar, drop the bait off to the side, come back and catch sharks right off the beach. And this is a beer drinking sport. And we strictly catch and release. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
John Nasker's on his way up to you guys, Eric. Just letting you know. He's taking you up on the invitation.
There you go.
Yeah, right on. So leave the light on, man.
Growing up in Alaska, we got to go halibut fishing and salmon fishing. And halibut are like flounders, just bigger. And when you pull them up, they come up flat. So it feels like you're pulling up a door underwater. And when you get done pulling those things up, your knuckles are dragging along the deck of the boat. You're done. You don't want to fish anymore. And if you are fishing, you definitely do not want to catch halibut. But they are a very good white fish, very flaky, pretty tasty. And then the other ones that we always caught were salmon.
You know a lot about fish.
Huh?
You know a lot about fish.
2 fish. Oh, and we had a goldfish that we got from the fair. And that thing lived to be old, and then it died. That's all I know about fish.
I can tell you this. We had 25 little catfish, and outside is a little pond that was hand dug. And just the other day, they grew to be over 2 feet. And initially they were going to be eaten, but turned into pets, you know. every year we'd lose 5 maybe of the 25. So we have none left, but dang, man, those it surprised me what kind of water catfish can live in and thrive, you know, just a little pond like that. So I'm mourning, as you can tell.
I got a question on the catfish that you say were poisonous. Is that what they do that noodling with, where they catch them with their hand?
Yes. Some people do that, not me. Yeah, noodling is when I say poisonous catfish, I don't mean they have fangs, they bite you, check poison. I mean, if their barbs penetrate your skin, it's going to burn for a long time. Just a self-end. But now, noodling is the act of finding a stump or a hole in the water that's shallow and sticking your hand down in that hole, wiggling your finger until the fish bites onto your hand, and then you grab the fish by its gills and pull it out. There's alligator snapping turtles in those holes that can take your whole hand off, no problem.
Yeah,
I was just going to say that we got snapping turtles here, and it's like I am not putting my, like Jade said, we go in the
There's
lake,
alligators too.
our feet are up.
Man, we all got our own predators, I guess, no matter where you're at. I guess if you're up north, you have to worry about the pike and the muskies. And, you know, if you're in the ocean, you have to worry about the sharks. Where I'm at, we used to ski right by on the Chattahoochee River. We used to ski right by alligators that are 8-9 feet long. We'd wipe out gator, come off the bank, and we didn't panic. You know, the boat just came back and got us. It was never an issue. But there's a lot of people that would probably freak out about that, having alligators that close by. Generally, they just try to get away from you. But we all have, and we got moccasins and all kind of other stuff here too. So, yeah, don't come to Alabama.
If I was water skiing and I crashed and there was an 8-foot or 9-foot alligator that came into the lake, it wouldn't be able to see around me because I would have left a brown cloud all the way around me. There is nope, I'm done. I will do that and then shoot myself. I'm not getting eaten by an alligator.
My parents used to joke about it, man. But they literally, there's a lake called Lake Seminole, and man, it's just ate up with alligators and stuff now. But it's probably always had a lot of. They literally used to ski over them. They'd be out there riding, you know, slalom skis, and actually went over the tail of one before, because there are just so many gators around. They just typically don't mess with you. But you hear about some stories. But yeah, gators are terrible.
So Eric, you're like a squid. You like leave a puff of ink or something when you get
It would be
scared.
something like a puff of ink. It ain't gonna be a puff of ink, though. Let me tell you.
Sean
DP says the only noodling he's doing is pasta. I don't blame him.
Sean Nasker said that you can noodle in the Ohio River. See, I knew Ohio was famous for something. That's what it is.
No.
Hey, back off, back off, back off.
That's what he says, man.
Man, now you got Krista after you and Will and JT.
Got my 4th tornado warning of the day.
Uh-oh.
Bear with me.
How is the weather there, Brian? What
I hold my beer.
how did it affect you guys?
We're in the southeast corner of the state, so basically we just had some of the outer bands hit us with occasional, 30 minutes, hour of rain at the most. That being said, I think so far we've got a total of about 4 inches of rain, maybe 5. So, I mean, it's been spread out enough. It wasn't bad, but there's places that are getting a foot of rain easy.
Wow.
And then, of course, they're spurring little tornadoes that are popping up all over the place. That's what's got everybody worried.
Yeah, I mean, octopus is what it was. Well,
So
I'm glad you're okay.
is that storm going to come through Ohio area?
Shane said it was raining there all day. Nod your head if that's true, Shane.
It's still raining, but it's supposed to clear up in the morning.
Good.
No,
He don't know nothing.
This is what happens when you mix vodka and orange juice.
And Bush.
Or Shane and Mark.
Bush.
Eric has a valid point.
What was the point?
Man, Krista.
Sorry, I'm not even listening.
Oh, I guess the comedy just comes right from that house. It's not the person, it's that house.
What did
That
I
was
miss?
good.
For real?
Perfect timing.
Chris is doing a fantastic job hosting the show, I have to say.
She is.
Sitting here being quiet.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay.
Go ahead, Krista.
I just said hi, Jade.
And
Girls
you
don't
said
get
it
to
so
talk.
well.
I'm guessing Shane's been in the background laughing about me talking about alligators because back home, he probably just helps them across the street every morning when he gets up and goes to work.
Those, no, I was listening. Mark had said, and I was just confirming his answer. I am bigger than him. I mean, what? Oh, wait, that wasn't. Oh, that was.
Hey, y'all doing another show or what?
This one's fans only.
Yeah, that's the private after show, Shane.
This
Yes,
one
sir.
needs supervision.
No, you need supervision. I don't have orange juice on my shirt.
That's not orange juice.
It might be vodka. That's all Mark drinks, I think.
That's funny.
Vodka and water. You never tell which is what it is because they look the same. Yeah, I'd say Ohio is being affected by this rain from the storm.
Let me
You
check.
don't even have cell phone coverage up there, do you?
I said, let me check. It only takes me 6 minutes to download one text.
One frame of the radar.
So the cell phone service is not great where you're at, but how is it at the fly-in? Do you know?
Last year, I went live on Facebook almost every night. It was fine.
Okay.
So at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're having 23% rain chances, and at 9 o'clock it's 6, and then it holds 15% all the way up until 2 o'clock. So we're flying in the morning. Get used to it.
Which pretty much means this fat kid's gonna still be asleep.
You know, if you look at them two, they almost look like twins.
Yeah, they could be brothers.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Right there.
absolutely.
Obviously, I got the looks. He got the brains.
Well, yeah, I was going to say one's obviously better looking than the other, but I wasn't going to say who.
And I appreciate that, Mr. It might be his show, but yeah, whatever.
They're coming in droves just for you, Mark.
I can't believe you're going to compliment that guy after he's going to make you buy a shirt after giving us all free shirts.
Two.
You know, he gave every one of us a free shirt.
Hey, listen, I already said when Will gets here tomorrow, he has free shirt. What day is it? Wednesday?
Yeah, he'll be here tomorrow.
It's free shirt Wednesday. So whoever shows up here tomorrow gets free shirt.
Okay,
He
Mark.
said it's Show Your Wiener Wednesday.
Mark, I want you to write that down so that you'll remember it tomorrow. Write it down, man. Just in case.
Hey, listen, you know I really right. So just tell me that's what I said.
I mean,
Well, I
pay
had
for the shirt. The poor guy has no house. Come on. We saw him had to move out.
He's in a
Yeah,
He's-
heck, I'm the only one I know that's homeless.
See?
Wait. Legally. Oh,
You got a
So,
home on wheels.
the guy's already homeless. Now you're trying to buy the shirt off his back too. That's rough, man.
No, I want him to give me the shirt off his back. I don't want to buy it.
Hey, Will, what time you get here tomorrow?
Oh, I'm gonna leave sometime in the morning. I'm planning on getting there like guessing 3. Why?
We all
Time you don't want me there by?
listen. Will's morning and the average human's idea of morning might be different.
She gets up. Then Will, it's like 6 hour difference. Krista gets up at like a 9:30, 10 o'clock. Will, 11:30, 12.
It just depends. But I do
I will say
hopefully.
Tennessee was up before me.
Oh, boy.
What was that?
In Tennessee, you were up before me.
That's right. And up before Shane or anyone else for that matter.
Hey,
Well, that I don't know. I was
Mark, I mean, it was hilarious.
Good luck getting them up for a morning flight. That's all I can say.
Yeah, heck no. No, I won't do that. But I do plan on flying tomorrow night if the weather's permitting.
Will, did you
Bethel.
see my last video on TikTok over the house?
No, I don't get notifications on TikTok, but I'll look at it.
You might want to look at the one over the house. And the best comment of that video is DP saying, Shane, you almost got.
Is that something you'd like us to show on your show?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
What's TikTok?
I don't know. JP
I know, right?
talking about that.
Thanks, Krista, for approving that.
You're welcome. I don't know what it is.
Hey, she is the host.
Oh, I'm not?
No, Krista is the host. Anything else that you'd like us to show about Shane, Krista, that you could approve since you're obviously the person in charge now?
What?
Do it.
She hadn't always been in charge. We know better.
What's tomorrow, Krista? What is tomorrow?
It's our anniversary.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
And
How many?
he's spending it with
26.
Will.
Yeah.
We'll be married for 26 years tomorrow.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's rough.
Yeah.
Everybody needs
Congratulations.
to send sympathy letters tomorrow.
Krista, when you arrive at Purdon's, I'll personally give you a sympathy hug.
Thanks.
That was kind of like after we.
Shut up. Jack.
If someone that video or what?
He's trying, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There's got this stupid freaking puzzle thing here for a captcha, and I don't have any idea what I'm supposed to do with it. Supposed to drag it to. Freaking ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, I see what
Don't you have it on?
Where you at? TikTok too low?
I think I got it. Okay, so now I guess I have to resend the code. I don't know. It's supposed to send me a code, and I haven't gotten any code. Oh, wait, I got a code. We have code.
Got a code red?
Yeah, so now I got to enter that code. Man, it used to be so easy to log into things, and now you got to verify stuff. Like
Give me your
20
date of birth, social security number, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so that. All right, so I'm gonna. So are you never trust a skinny chef Shane or Moonshiners or what are you?
Moonshiners.
PPG Shane.
Is that right? Never trust a skinny chef Shane?
PPGShane.com.
No, on TikTok.
That's what he is.
PPGShane.com.
Yes.
Yeah. I got you, boo.
Can your handle have a .com in it?
Yeah, I guess it can. How
Okay.
about that? All right, so I'm on your screen here. So it's the very last one where you're flying over clouds,
No, it's the one before that.
over the house and to the LZ.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it PPG rated?
Yes.
Okay, so let me share the screen. Optimize. Do you want me to share the sound?
Yeah, it's just me making fun of myself
Okay.
as usual.
And I want to share that one and share. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Over the house and to the LZ.
Whoa. Whoa.
That working?
Boom. Dang, man, you about took that chimney out too.
I was just setting up for Santa Claus to make sure everything was good for his reindeer.
That's a nice field there. I'm glad I've got a moster, though.
Yeah. the field some power lines, but don't worry, your climb rate's good.
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah,
nice.
those power lines, we don't worry about those. Yeah.
All right, so stop sharing. Right on. Well, thanks for sharing, Shane. Where'd everyone go?
Never trust a skinny shingle. I read some comments in the chat.
A skinny, never trust a skinny single?
Shingle.
No, shingle. Okay, well, I gave you a heart or whatever there, Shane, so I'll help you go viral, man.
That means you like the video.
Yeah, I did like it because you almost took out that chimney.
And
We lost him. The frozen chef.
I'm trying to get back to the chat. There we go.
the only one at the house at the time. It was not. I need another. No glass around the bagel.
We're having technical difficulties.
I don't think he was talking to us.
Oh, no, there's Mark. It's working.
Shane had to go check the front door.
Why?
Oh, come on,
Oh,
Krista.
Never mind, I got it. I'm sorry.
I was like, I know
My
that
dog
phrase from
can-
somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Well, guys, I've had fun, but I think I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I got to, school is starting for Savannah tomorrow. Tomorrow is her first day of sixth grade. She's gonna be actually coming down to Ohio.
Oh, awesome.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, and Jade, she started her new job.
Jade started her new job and she's been working there all week long at the school. So it's really kind of getting into the way of leaving early to go to fly-ins. We'll have to talk about that. But yeah, so she started, so it gives her something to do, which is good. And
Oh,
I'm just trying to find places to hide during my job. So. But yeah, yeah, I'm out. So you guys all have a good night. Krista, awesome show tonight. You did a real good job.
You guys did great.
Do we need a screenshot?
Of what?
Yeah, somebody grab one. Go ahead, Will.
I don't know how to do it.
All right.
Control Alt Delete.
Yeah. You ready? Dang it, I wasn't looking. One more time. There we go. All right. We got it.
Right.
So whoever's going to the fly-in the chat, we'll see you out there. And then Krista, safe travels for you in your airplane.
Tell Jade I didn't call her. My cat did.
Oh, okay. And
If she was like, yeah.
That is right.
and we'll see you tomorrow night. And then
Yes.
Mark and Shane, we'll see you guys at the fly-in. And Will, we'll see you. Brian, we'll see you on the next show. Wish you were going to the fly-in.
Definitely.
Yeah, me too, man. Y'all put some videos up so I can live vicariously through y'all.
There you go. When Jade and I come down to Florida, if you could, during that spring break, maybe you can come over and say hi to the Aviator boys and come visit us. Because I think my understanding is they operate out of the same airport.
Yep.
Okay.
Lake Wales Airport
Yeah.
for Aviator and One Up Adventures.
Yeah. I just need to lock him in and make sure that we're definitely on his schedule. I sent him an email. He hasn't responded. I know he's a busy guy. So
Are
if he
you going
doesn't-
there for tandem certification, or are you going there for trainer instructor rating?
Yes and yes, kind of both. So I need to do my PPG 3. Jade and I are both going to do this together. We need to do our instructor and also our tandem.
Okay.
So
Dude, maybe count me in for that, because I want to do the same things, and I'm willing to go down
Okay.
there too. So
yeah,
we'll coordinate on that.
yeah. I'm hoping he can do it, and we got the 9 days, and I think that's going to be enough time to do all that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it.
Hey, isn't there a show tomorrow night?
There is. It is Girls Just Want to Fly with Cupcake Krista and Jade Lear flying flamingo. So
On
that'll
Thursday
be
night?
an all-female show. And I think this week she has a girl that is in college that is starting her paramotor schooling. So it'll be interesting to see where she's at in her training.
Yeah, Thursday night is Robert Michaels, right? Paragliding talk.
.com.
And Brian,
And Friday night,
aren't you?
Friday night, we leave to go to Purdon,
Ohio.
Dave Purdy.
Ohio. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just told
It's
drive.
the heart of the United States.
Exactly.
And then Sunday night is Paramotor Nation with David Wolf. And then Monday night is Sean Simon's PPG Grandpa at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Clearpop TV. Yeah, cool.
TV. That's it.
Yeah.
And then
So
Tuesday
you
night.
guys
we're
all
over.
have a good night and safe travels for anybody that is going to Purdon's in Ohio. And reach out to all of us so we can meet you guys, so we can put a name to the face. Wait. Yeah.
Yep.
A face to the chat name.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So, all right, guys, take care. Have a good night.
Good night.
Peace. Fly safe.